You are watching Fugitive Red-Eye, and welcome to another episode of Nostalgic Gaming Stories. Today I will be talking about what I like to call the Evil Master Chief. I grew up playing Halo as a kid. It was one of my favorite game series, and it still is to this day, although 4 and 5 aren't as great. And I really do feel like the series is on a slow decline, but I hope it comes back up. I love that series, and I love the universe. But I remember the first time I played Halo, the first thing I tried to do was kill Captain Keyes. Of course, as soon as you do this, you get locked in the bridge, and a bunch of invincible Marines come in, and you can't kill them, and they can easily kill you. Then I tried killing the pilots on the Pillar of Autumn. Same thing. Anyone you kill on the bridge triggers the invincible Marines to come in and kill you. But ever since that, I had this weird obsession with just killing the Marines over and over again throughout the Halo series, particularly Halo 1 and 2. And as a kid, like a lot of other people, I'm sure most people did this as a kid, I used to make up games within games. So, although a lot of the times I would just kill the Marines for fun, a lot of times also I would make up backstories as to why I'm killing the Marines. Ranging from Master Chief having a malfunction because I thought he was just a robot back then as a kid, I didn't realize he was a Spartan, to going crazy from the augmentation after I understood how a Spartan worked, to being a Covenant spy. Another thing is, anytime I try to speedrun the second level, titled Halo, it's actually easy to beat it faster if you kill the Marines on that level. With the exception of the first and final groups. Because the first and final groups, no matter what, you have to defeat the Covenant, unless you decide to go on without a Warthog, but with that, you have to be good at grenade jumping. And frankly, I'd rather have a Warthog than not. But the last group, you don't have to kill the Marines, because if you do, you still have to hold off the Covenant either way. But the two groups in the middle, it's better to just kill them and move on, because as soon as you kill them, you can just leave. You don't have to fight the Covenant. However, if you have killed the second and third groups, then you're most likely going to have to kill the last group, or they'll kill you. Another thing that's kind of interesting is in the second level, Cortana's dialogue is slightly different if you kill the Marines. For instance, Foehammer has a dialogue telling you where the other lifeboats have crashed after you rescue the second group. But if you don't rescue the second group of Marines, Foehammer doesn't say anything. Also, between each group, Cortana messages Foehammer to let her know the Marines are dead if you kill them. Then when you kill the group on the cliffside, whether you do it last, first, or second, because I do believe these guys are intended to be the last group, Cortana will say, "They're all dead. We couldn't save them." And then when you've completed the entire level, she says something like 100% casualties. In Halo 2, the Invincible Marines, and specifically Johnson and Miranda Keyes, made it slightly more difficult, because as soon as you kill the other Marines, Johnson will turn on you and you can't kill him. That's why I would usually take his sniper first. In Halo 1, you could kill anyone, including Johnson and Captain Keyes. However, if you kill Captain Keyes on the Pillar of Autumn, the Invincible Marines come in like I mentioned. And if you kill him on the only other level he's on, the Truth and Reconciliation, it will send you back a checkpoint because you lose the level. But Johnson you can kill as many times as you want in Halo 1. But Halo 2 you can't. When I was killing the Marines, I would play Halo with Super Dantastic a lot. And when we would play co-op and I'd kill the Marines, he'd always get mad at me. He'd like, "Stop killing the Marines! They're on our team!" And I would keep doing it, slightly just to piss him off, also slightly because I was a morbid kid. Now, as I mentioned later, Halo 3 made it a little bit more difficult. Miranda Keyes is still invincible, and Johnson can die, but he always gets right back up. And if you kill enough Marines for them to turn against you in Halo 3, they'll insta-kill you. Because I guess Bungie was sick of people killing the Marines. Now in ODST, I don't believe they could insta-kill you. I think it was still pretty easy to kill the Marines and get through the level, unless there were other ODSTs in the level, because the other ODSTs were invincible. The same thing is also true with Halo Reach. If you kill Marines and there's Spartans in the level, you can't kill them either. They're invincible as well, the Spartans are. Although you can lower their shield, and technically the Spartans aren't fully invincible. They take a lot to kill, but you can eventually kill them. But after you kill them, they will get back up after a certain amount of time sitting there dead. So even though you can kill them, it's similar to Johnson in Halo 3, where you kill them, which, by the way, takes a shitload of ammo, and then they get back up. At least I think you can kill them. I might be misremembering that. It's either you can kill them, and it just takes a long time, or you can't kill them at all. It's one of the two. It's kind of like the Arbiter in Halo 3, if I remember correctly. He takes a lot to kill, although the Spartans are much tougher than the Arbiter. In fact, they may be invincible, like I said. I'm not 100% sure on that. Speaking of the Arbiter, I would also do the same thing in Halo 2 with the Arbiter, where I'd kill all the Covenant. Of course, Ship's Master was invincible, but the rest of them were killable. Also, another thing I feel worth mentioning is there's an alternate ending to Halo ODST where you have to kill the cop. Because if you listen to all the audio log, you find out that cop in the final level is actually evil. But I digress. Halo has always been a great and memorable nostalgic series, and this is just one of many stories I have about the Halo universe. I do plan on going over more stories about Halo in specific on this series later on. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want to hear more about this. If you want to hear more nostalgic Halo stories, or if you have any of your own, or just any nostalgic gaming stories in general. Did you play games within games as a kid? What'd you think of the video? So this has been Fugitive Red Eye, and as always, you have a great rest of the day.